On the West Country tonight, the Glastonbury Festival remembers Michael Jackson, who's died at the age of 50.
Michael Jackson's songs have always been around, and it's just weird. When we woke up this morning, someone saying, "Oh, he's dead."
I'm very sad about it, and we lost the biggest star in the world, I think.
I'm live at Worthy Farm, where almost 200,000 music lovers share with us their thoughts on the King of Pop.
Hello, welcome to the programme. Away from Glastonbury, we have reports from across the region, looking at how the West Country is reacting to the news.
I was numb, just shocked, really. I spoke to him last week. He was on really good form. So confident, positive. I'm absolutely stunned by this.
We'll also have all the latest news from where we live on Fridays, the West Country Tonight.
You're watching the West Country Tonight.
Very good evening to you. In life and now in death, Michael Jackson has taken the world by storm. Highly charismatic and highly controversial. Today, whatever you thought of him, he was the topic of conversation across the West Country.
Thousands of people have been remembering the man known as the King of Pop, nowhere more so than at the Glastonbury Festival in Somerset.
Well, let's go live there now to our reporter Claire Manning, who's at Glastonbury. And Michael Jackson, not traditional Glastonbury territory, but what's been the reaction there to his death, Claire?
Well, Glastonbury Festival was in a bit of a bubble last night, really, Simon. While the rest of the world was being told what was happening, here, of course, no television screens meant we were fairly oblivious to what was happening. Rumours did start to circulate, though, but it was only really first thing this morning that it was confirmed that Michael Jackson had indeed died. It doesn't seem to matter what age you are. It seems that Michael Jackson transcended many generations. Some will remember him at a very young age, of course, as a member of the Jackson 5 back in the 60s. Jackson is probably most remembered, though, for his 1982 album Thriller, which was, of course, a hit around the world. And then later in his career, younger generations will remember the Michael Jackson who gave us hits like Earth Song. Well, David Woodland reports now on how Glastonbury Festival is remembering the King of Pop.
News of the death of one of the world's biggest music stars hit the world's biggest music festival late last night. At first, a lot of people didn't believe it. Today, reality has struck home. But reaction, well, that's been mixed.
I think it's just tragic. I didn't particularly like a lot of his music, but I think as a person, he was a great entertainer. He's one of the biggest selling albums of all time. It's a tragic that he's died.
I've never been a big Michael Jackson fan, but it's always been Michael Jackson's songs have always been around, and it's just weird. When we woke up this morning, someone saying, "Oh, he's dead," and it's like, oh well.
Put a dampener on the day a bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
Glastonbury founder Michael Eavis said there'd be a lot of Jackson music played over the weekend as fans paid tribute.
In 1970, when I started this festival, Jimi Hendrix actually died then, at the same time. Yeah, extraordinary. And so people are going all around the sites and saying Hendrix lives, and it's the same kind of feel today. So that Michael Jackson will not die because his memories of his music are so vast.
Reactions seem to largely split along age lines. Those old enough to remember an unbroken, innocent voice soaring high in the Jackson 5 cared more that young boy was now dead at 50.
We heard it last night, about 11 o'clock. Someone heard it on the radio, and we were all in shock, weren't we?
Yeah.
And I freaked out, and I was going, "Oh my God, Michael Jackson is dead!" And I ran around telling everyone, didn't I?
Yeah.
I ran around all the tent shouting, telling no one believed us.
No one really cares if he died.
Man, it was a massive thing.
Nobody really cared, but
I think it was a massive thing.
I'm very shocked and surprised, yeah.
Yes, I like some of his music. Obviously, when all the scandal hit, kind of puts a black cloud on the man, but yeah.
Question mark.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of Michael Jackson. You've got his 50 dates that have all been cancelled, so you've got all those people that are going to be sort of quite concerned about, you know, things.
I'm very sad about it, and you know, we lost the biggest star in the world, I think.
The death of anyone is said to diminish us all. The death of a pop giant certainly diminishes the music industry. Only the very young have no thoughts on Michael Jackson. Perhaps it's the middle-aged who will mourn the most the passing of a musical touchstone of their youth. David Woodland at Glastonbury Festival for the West Country Tonight.
So Claire, the thousands at Glastonbury can expect a weekend of music memories then.
Yeah, they certainly can, Laura. Lily Allen takes the stage very shortly. Neil Young will be headlining this evening. The specials will be on the Pyramid stage at 8 o'clock. It's rumoured that many bands intend to do covers of Michael Jackson's songs in tribute to him. We'll have to wait and see, of course, as to whether that happens. But earlier today, Pharrell Williams and his band NERD played the Pyramid stage, and this is what they had to say about Michael Jackson.
Changed the world. And so for us, we only aspire to make music that affects people like that. So when you ask us about Glastonbury, Michael was doing like shows with millions of people at a time. This was 200,000 people, and this meant the world to us.
So Pharrell Williams there, one of the many artists at Glastonbury remembering Michael Jackson and remembering his music. But of course, as you can see and probably hear behind me, the party here at Glastonbury Festival does very much go on.